Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm Wendell. Here are some of the big stories we're on top of today. Police in New London continue an investigation into the deaths of 2 people last night. The original call was for shots fired near Granite Street. While en route, though, police responded to a report of a fire at an apartment house. And as officers began to evacuate people from the building, that's when they discovered a person dead and a second injured. That second person then was rushed to the hospital where that person later died. We'll keep you up to date on this fluid situation there too. Scott.
All right, Wendell, the coldest temperature that I could find in the state this morning was in North Colebrook, and Ingrid sent this in. It's a picture of her indoor sensor there. It measures the temperatures outside, of course, 12 degrees below zero. That's horrible. It was a really cold start out there this morning, so you got to bundle up, all right? Typical overnight low, 18. We're at like 5 to 6 as a statewide average, but we do have some temperatures that are below zero, as I just showed you. Normal high today, 35. Record 67 set back in 1916. That record will stand. We're not going to get anywhere near that 35 today. We're going to be in the mid to upper 20s. A little bit better than yesterday, but still colder than normal. Our Doppler scans the state dry. The misery, look at Keene, also 12 degrees below zero. Albany, 4 below. Syracuse, 4 below. The good news is not a lot of wind out there this morning, but Brainerd down to 6 degrees this morning. All right, so it's a very, very cold start. All right, -1 in Willimantic. Salisbury, you've improved. You were at -8. Now you're at -3. The sun is going to come up and do its job today, a little bit better than yesterday, into the mid to upper 20s. And the temperature differential from yesterday, we are down. And yesterday we were down from the day before. So it's like adding insult to injury here. 13 degrees colder at Brainerd than yesterday, 17 degrees colder in Willimantic. That's ridiculous. The good news is, again, the winds are fairly calm. Beautiful sunrise shots for you. Only 3 degrees in Waterbury this morning. Beautiful sunrise shot for you in New Haven, 10 degrees there. With a wind out of the northeast at 3, just a little gentle breeze in New London with a temperature of 9 degrees, but at least it's sunny. And it's going to be a sunny day today all across Connecticut. Middletown, good morning to you. All right, so very cold start, very cold day today. Temperatures once again in the mid to upper 20s under mostly sunny skies. Here's the breakdown. 8, 15, 23, 28 by about 3 p.m. And then we'll take you right now to the shoreline. 26, 29, so maybe a degree or 2 warmer along the shoreline if you want to call that warm. And then, of course, we are all watching Saturday. It's a very fluid situation. The models continue to come on in, and they continue to show differences among them. So satellite and radar confirms there's not a lot going on out there. The storm is basically in Wyoming this morning. It's going to dive down into the Gulf of Mexico, and then it'll climb up the coast and start spreading snow into the forecast by Saturday morning early. Here's early warning futurecast, tomorrow's weather today. This is one model depiction. Shows some scattered snow showers tomorrow morning. I've paused it at 7 a.m. There will be some scattered snow showers, and that could put down a quick coating tomorrow morning, so just be forewarned. And then during the day tomorrow, mostly cloudy with increasing amounts of snow overnight into early Saturday morning. This is Saturday at 5 a.m. This is Saturday at 8 a.m. It is snowing, and then it starts to wind down, according to this particular model, between 4 and 6 p.m. A little bit of snow still left there in northeast and southeast Connecticut. Now, this is the American model. This one goes way out to sea. The center of circulation, you'll notice those white lines, those are the isobars, and the center of circulation is where that circle is underneath the ledger. So that's kind of out to sea, right? So we're going to be on the northern fringe of that system, bringing us some light snow, but not a significant amount. Then we'll take you to the European. Let's watch where the circles line up here. All right, this is 4 p.m. on Friday. We're still good. We're still good Friday night, but snow is knocking on our door. And you'll notice the circles get a little bit closer to Connecticut. Still a little bit further east than yesterday's runs, but it's still too close to call. And that could bring us a significant amount of snow, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches before it wraps up once again Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So the greatest chance to see 6 to 12 inches is in the dark shade of blue. The further west you go, the lighter amounts, but still, 3 to 6 for central Connecticut, 1 to 3 for northwest and southwest Connecticut. So you'll notice a sharp gradient there. But the greatest chance to see 6 to 12 is in northeast and southeast Connecticut. Temperatures today top out in the upper 20s. And then your 7-day forecast includes that storm winding up Friday night through the day on Saturday. And then Sunday is a cold and breezy day. But then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the temperatures start marching back up. 45 degrees by Wednesday. How awesome is that going to feel? And we're storm free once we get past through Saturday for the foreseeable future. All right, 7:05. Wendell, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Scott. An investigation is underway this morning in Hartford after an fire at an apartment building. The flames broke out just before 5 on Park Street, right by Zion Street. We're told the fire started on the 4th floor and spread to the 3rd and 5th floors as well. Fire officials tell us they were on top of the flames, but they were also fighting the extreme cold air.
Obviously, it's one of the coldest mornings of the year, so we're dealing with icing. We did have some issues with frozen hydrant that delayed establishing our supply lines, but because we carry water on the apparatus, that didn't delay our initial firefighting operations. We were able to make adjustments and overcome that obstacle.
The fire is now out, and we're told everyone made it out safely. Now, CT transit buses were on scene helping keep those residents that had to evacuate warm. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. This morning, we are learning not one word of an arrest of a teacher accused of sexually assaulting his students was mentioned at a school board meeting last night. The Plymouth School Board held its first meeting since those allegations came out against former teacher James Eschert. Eschert had taught for more than 20 years up until his arrest. So we asked board members and the superintendent for comment, and we were referred to the district's previous statement that reads in part, the Plymouth Public Schools will never compromise the safety and well-being of our students, end quote. Eschert is charged with 5 counts of risk of injury and 2 counts of sexual assault after 13 victims came forward. His lawyer told us last night his client denies the allegations and vigorously, and that he plans on pleading not guilty. In Waterbury, police arrested a 16-year-old who they say is responsible for a fatal stabbing. The incident took place just about 24 hours ago. Crews responded to a home on Fairlawn Avenue. There, they found 42-year-old Marlon Brathwaite in a car suffering from a stab wound. He was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Police later arrested the unnamed 16-year-old in connection to that stabbing. Let's talk about the coronavirus in Connecticut now. We are starting to see the positivity rate here in Connecticut decline. The question now, will mask mandates in schools be lifted? Here's what Governor Lamont had to say.
We're still in double digits infection. We're desperate to keep our kids in school. But let's see what the world looks like in a couple weeks. It's changing fast for the better.
Now, the governor's comments came after a crazy day in New York. The Supreme Court there, state Supreme Court, ruling that Governor Kathy Hochul and the New York State Health Department cannot enforce such mandates. However, after a day of confusion, the mask mandate was reinstated in New York City schools after an appeal was quickly filed. We thank you so much for tuning into Eyewitness News. Please stay up to date with this fluid weather situation, and you can get news updates too anytime on the Channel 3 app. Thank you for being here. Have a great day.